Hey, everybody. It is your healthcare BFF, and I am finally taking the dive into this live territory. My goal is to help family caregivers get support and information and resources that they need so that they can do caregiving in a better way, in a stronger way, in an easier way. I really want to make sure that caregivers are equipped with the information that they need to know when it comes to healthcare, patient care, and caregiving. Also, I want to make sure that people are informed about things concerning aging and senior services. I've worked in there for a long time. I've been in social work and healthcare for over 27 years, social work about 30. So I know what I speak of, and my whole mission is to arm family caregivers with what they need in order to get the best out of healthcare and improve patient care for the loved one that they care for. So I hope that you'll share this with other caregivers. I want to make sure that healthcare is more friendly to caregivers. I want to make sure that when caregivers go into the healthcare system, that there's actually acknowledgement and respect, and that they're being heard by providers when they need to get care for their loved one or for themselves. There's a lot going on in healthcare, especially recently. We see the frustration in the American people with the healthcare system. I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated with the healthcare system? It's ridiculous. And I am a patient advocate, social worker in healthcare. I've been in administration in healthcare. I've seen it from the top to the bottom, and it's not necessarily healthcare providers, although there are some bad apples. It's not necessarily the hospitals. It's what it's how they get paid. It's what they're beholden to get payment for the services they give us. Well, I know a lot of people that are frustrated with healthcare and what's going on. As unless you've been living under a rock, you know of the United Healthcare CEO unaliving, and the suspect for the unaliving, Luigi Mangione. He is being seen as a folk hero lately. I mean, there are women in love with him. There are people just really coming to his defense. He got $500,000 for his legal fund already. Is anybody that you don't know ever giving you $500,000? Me either. So we know that the American public is frustrated with healthcare. Caregivers have a particularly hard time because they're getting healthcare for someone else. And they may have to represent that person fully, or they may not, depending on the person that they care for, or the care recipient, patient, whatever you want to call them, how their decision making and mental capacity is. If they're fully aware, functioning, and operating, then they're going to make their own decisions, and the caregiver can take a secondary role. But even when the caregiver is responsible for getting care for their loved one, I hear and I've seen with my own eyes that a lot of providers either dismiss them, ignore them. Well, I get it, sort of, from a provider's point of view, although having been in the caregiver's shoes, there's no excuse for this. But it boils down to money. Providers do not have time to spend with you and let you know everything you need to know about the disease and let you know everything you need to know about the medication or the treatment or whatever else goes along with disease management. They don't have time to teach you, which is fucked up. Yeah, it's fucked up. But what it is since we've had these insurance companies come in and begin to dictate the care we have, it is now them that makes our healthcare decisions. Not just your doctor, not just you as the patient or you as the caregiver. The boardroom of United Healthcare, the boardroom of Cigna, Humana, Aetna, they make the decisions on our healthcare. Is that right? Is it fair? I don't think so. And I've been a patient advocate for over 20 years. When you do social work, you're an advocate too. And in healthcare, if it's not a problem for the doctor to cure, any other problem that the patient has is a social work problem. It just is. It just is. And caregivers just really have a difficult time with trying to get the care they need for their loved ones and for, all the time that they spend in the system, all the time that they have to spend in the system. I mean, come on. The healthcare system needs to be more friendly to caregivers, essentially, is what I'm saying. And I would love to know caregiver experiences that you've had trying to get healthcare, trying to get in-home care, trying to get the best treatment for the person that you love and care for. I want to know that. You can email me at yourhealthcarebff@pacelovescaregivers.com. I would love to hear your stories as a caregiver trying to get the best care for your loved one. Were you frustrated? Were you upset? Were you happy with the care that you got? Were there providers that cooperated with you and helped you with with the entire healthcare journey? Let me know. I really want to hear stories about it. So I have come to gather a place, well, to make a place where caregivers can gather, I should say, and get information about healthcare and caregiving and patient care and disease management and how to handle a difficult diagnosis, how to navigate the healthcare system, hospital stays, if you have to choose a nursing facility. I have a place where you can learn about all of those things. It is run by me and it is called Elnora's Place. The reason why I call it Elnora's Place is because of my grandmother. Her name was Elnora. And it was her healthcare and caregiving situation that sparked me to get into this stuff, into patient advocacy, into advocacy for caregivers, because they are the patients. Essentially, when a caregiver goes in and represents a patient, they are the patient. So there's two patients, especially when the original patient is incapacitated. They don't have the ability to make sound decisions for themselves. That's when a caregiver is on full force and full time. But when they go to get care for their loved one, a lot of providers ignore them. There's no incentive for providers to spend time with caregivers. There's no payment for that. So in a way, I get it. But in dealing with the patient, and saying that you want to give the best patient care, you have to engage the caregiver. You have to train them. You have to educate them. Or or to me, in my mind, it's not the best patient care if you don't engage the caregiver. So I would love to hear your stories. I would love to hear your complaints. I would love to hear challenges, struggles that you've had. And again, I would love to hear the wins, the victories that you've had in trying to get the best care for your loved one. Because if you are frustrated, if you are struggling, if you are having a hard time with healthcare, patient care, or caregiving, I am here to help you. I have dedicated my career as your healthcare BFF to help family caregivers, and by helping them help the loved ones that they care for. I am dedicated to helping family caregivers get the best available care and treatment for their loved ones and for themselves when they need it. The tools I teach are from patient advocacy and consumer tactics in your healthcare. And they're all in a program I created called the Powerful Patient Partner Program. I have to say it slow. Don't ask me why I put that many P's into it, but there was trademark and copyright and all these different things. So I trademarked my own phrase, powerful patient partner. It it implies you have to be powerful, and knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have getting into the system, the better off you'll be. Patient. Well, if you're in the system, somebody there is a patient. You're either representing them or you are the patient. So that's why I put that part into it. And partner. You must be a partner in your care. Even though we have providers that are bad apples, we have a crap ton of providers that are wonderful, that really do want the best outcomes for you, that are nice, that have, good bedside manners, and that do engage caregivers. And those are the cream of the crop. If you find providers like that, stick with them. Good providers these days are hard to come by. I have a great, great, great PCP. My primary care doctor, he's awesome. And we have been through the fire together. Not only am I a social worker and a patient advocate and a caregiver advocate, I'm a patient too. I have my own chronic disease. So I have to manage that. And it's an entire lifestyle for me. So I understand what it's like having to get care and what kind of care you deserve and what kind of care you need. It is critical that you go in with knowledge and that you don't alienate anyone on your healthcare journey, because we need healthcare providers. They are the experts on healthcare. Yet, we are the experts on ourselves or the person that we care for. So caregivers need to be engaged at every stage of patient care, from the very beginning to the very end. They have to be informed. They have to know what's going on with medications and what the care recipient is able to do and not do. Healthcare is difficult. There are a lot of layers to it. There's so many levels to it. And you have to be able to talk the language, understand what's going on, and be able to keep your wits about yourself. Because there are a lot of ways that somebody can drop the ball and make your healthcare experience horrific. I mean it. We are responsible for our own healthcare because the insurance companies have taken it away from the doctors. So now it's on us to partner with doctors and get the best health care available. That's all there is to it. And we have to accept our role, I included. And when I get sick, I don't feel like being the best advocate. I really don't. Even though I have a board certification in it. Well, had a board certification in it. I didn't see the need to get another one. But in all my years of like even teaching patient advocacy or having to, walk someone else through it as a client, it just astounds me still the amount of people that don't know that they have like a comeback when something happens in healthcare that's bad. I had to help my own family with it. It was wild. You know, if you're not aware of what's happening and what's going on with healthcare, it really could be a super drag. It could be a super drag. So I want to know from caregivers what you need. What are your struggles in healthcare, in caregiving, in patient care? I really want to know. You can leave a comment. I hope you do. And please like and subscribe to me. You can find me everywhere at Your Healthcare BFF. I hope, to be your new friend in the healthcare system. Well, I was in the healthcare system. Now I'm going to tell you everything I've learned over just about almost 30 years of experience. I am itching to tell you ways that you can save money and time. Organization and preparation and education are key. And you can do it. You'll be a stronger caregiver. You'll be able not only to navigate for the person you care for, but yourself and those you love and are responsible for. These are things I used for my own family and for those I love and for myself. And where I'm going to teach all of these things is at Elnora's place. As I was saying, Elnora was my grandmother, and it was her end of life terrible healthcare experience and my mother's ensuing caregiving experience. That's why I started PACE. PACE is an acronym for Patient Advocacy and Caregiver Empowerment. We need to be empowered in healthcare, or they're going to run over you. I promise you that's what's going to happen. They're going to, it's the system that's made that way, though. It's not any individual provider unless they, disrespected you or did something out and out to you. It's the system that's set up right now, the one that pays, the one that cuts doctors' payments every year. Practitioners, nurse practitioners, doctors, PAs, Medicare cuts their stuff every year. Every year. I understand that it gets hard for them to, meet all the requirements for patients, for insurance companies, to be a doctor, and all these things. They have so much to do. That's why it's on us. If we want the best healthcare possible, we're going to have to learn how to get it, where to get it, and the language to speak to get it. So, I hope you'll follow me everywhere. I hope you'll go sign up for Elnora's Place. That's going to be the community that is going to empower caregivers to navigate healthcare, to advocate effectively, and to improve patient care for the care recipient. You're going to learn skills there that are going to be so valuable. If you're a caregiver, whether you're a spouse, a child or grandchild, a mom of a child with disabilities or chronic conditions. My own child has chronic conditions that I've had to advocate for all of her life. If you are a friend or a neighbor and you help someone function on a daily basis or a frequent basis at home, you're a caregiver. You're a caregiver. And you should identify as such. That'll put you in the mindset you need so that you can go and get the services you need and the help you need as a caregiver. Whatever role you're in, whether it's spouse or, loved one, child, grandchild, you're going to have to step out of that role for a second and step into the role of caregiver and go from that mindset. It's going to be critical, absolutely critical. And these are the things that I want to help people learn in Elnora's Place. There's a sign up. I hope that you see it right there down the bottom. I'm going to get some functionality where I'm going to be able to have my buttons clicked. So look out for that. I'm going to be coming to you live on a frequent basis, maybe every night, maybe every other night. But I'm going to be coming back live on a regular basis. And I want to talk about caregiving issues. I want to talk about healthcare issues. I want to talk about issues that affect caregivers, that affect patients, that affect us all when it comes to healthcare and patient care. Caregivers provide $600 billion every year in free patient care. I venture to say that if they all quit right now, healthcare would collapse. Simply collapse. Healthcare would collapse. Long-term care would collapse. The actual hospital systems would collapse, because a lot of people don't understand the effect that caregivers have on the system. They're silent heroes, and I want to make them out loud heroes. That's what I want. I want to help caregivers because I saw the pain that my mom went through. Caregiving for my grandmother affected every aspect of her life. So I know, and as myself, a mom slash caregiver by default, I know what goes into it. I want to help you, and I can help you at Elnora's Place. So go and sign up at the link below. I hope that you'll follow me everywhere: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, at Your Healthcare BFF. I'm on IG, YouTube, everywhere. I want you to follow me because I want to have discussions with you. I want to learn from you, and I want you to learn from me. I hope to give you valuable advice and information and resources to help you. I want to ease your caregiver burden. That's what I wanted to do when I saw my mother going through it. And I'll tell you all about that story at another time. And then you'll be able to understand really why I do what I do. And I really hope that you'll follow me everywhere at Your Healthcare BFF and look out for all kinds of information on Elnora's Place, the Powerful Patient Partner Community. I am building a community as we speak for caregivers and those who love caregivers and those who caregivers take care of. We're all going to get in there and talk about caregiving, healthcare, patient care, disease management, patient advocacy. I'm going to show you how to be your own advocate, which will strengthen your strengthen your caregiving. I will show you how to be your own advocate. I will show you ways to make sure you're heard, acknowledged, and respected in the system. I will give you the tools, the tips, and the tricks to make sure that you're aiming for the best health care possible. I want this for everyone. So caregivers, come on and follow me right now and sign up for the wait list for Elnora's Place. It's going to be great in there. We're going to have educational sessions. We're going to have social events so people can get to know people, because peer engagement in the group is going to be a critical part of it. And I want that for caregivers. I want for caregivers to talk to one another, learn from one another, vent to one another. I want it to be a place that's a one-stop shop for healthcare and those kinds of issues for family caregivers. So I can't wait to see you there. I'm going to have a live event on April 29th. It is my grandmother's anniversary, so that day means a lot to me. No better day than to launch her community. April 29th at 8 p.m. I will send out information on it. Just look out everywhere for details. So thanks for coming to my live, and I will talk to you soon. Your healthcare BFF is out. Bye.